Yeah, I mean, glad to get those 2 games in and get a chance to use some pitching. I thought the first game was just, I don't know, it took us a little while to get it going, in my opinion. The second game, I thought we came out and swung the bats real well. We hit a lot of balls hard and hit some balls at people, but we put together, a couple good innings and then finally kind of put them away those last 2 innings. And starting to get a little cold out there. We got another game tomorrow. Got to travel and then travel from there. So it's good to get that one in and get it over with and get a couple wins.
Talk about Colin, first of all, his progression so far.
He's done a good job, and again, he had a good fastball today. I see his velocity. It seems like it's getting up there a little bit where we want to see it. He did throw a couple of pretty good curveballs. He left a couple up too. So he's getting there. I feel like he's getting closer, and if he could get that changeup working a little bit, and he gets 3 pitches, you got a chance to, pitch a lot more on the weekend, maybe even a starting role or a long relief role, or however we wanted to use him. But it's good to see him, getting it going.
What do you think about Teague in his first start?
He did a good job. He had a good breaking ball early. He's throwing his fastball 90 miles an hour, 91. I think he was a little bit nervous, and I guess that was to be expected. And just has to work on the other things, holding runners on, little things like that in league play they'll really take advantage of you on. But as far as going and attacking hitters, he was keeping the ball down with good velocity, some movement, and and I thought he had a nice breaking pitch going.
Overall, your pitching staff last 34 innings, only 2 runs.
We did a good job on Saturday and Sunday, and there were some guys that are hungry to get out on the mound. There's still a couple more guys we're going to get in the game tomorrow. We'll let Phillips go for a while if he does a good job. But there's 3 or 4 more guys that we want to pitch. We might even want to pitch a couple of the guys that threw tonight another inning, kind of get them used to pitching 2 days in a row. Then they have a day off, and if we have to use them 2 days in a row on the weekend, we will. So still trying to develop some roles. We have a lot of games coming up, with, starting next week again. We got 5 games next week and some good competition. So it'll be good to get some of these guys some experience.
How tough is this stretch, 11 games in 13 days for you guys?
Well, it's tough, and originally it wasn't going to be that many. We added this game, one of the games today, and then next week I think our game got moved up because of the TV game with the ESPNU, which that's good exposure for our program and our league. But it's tough when you play at Mississippi State on the road, come home, take one day off, and you play Nebraska a couple of times, and the next night you're playing and trying to beat a South Carolina team that's awfully good on a Thursday night with no time to really prepare for them after Nebraska. So if I would have known we were going to have that game, I wouldn't have had a Wednesday game. But it's just the way it is. And it happened to us a couple of years ago when I think we played 8 games in 9 days, and we had to go to Florida. Played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday against Florida. So we'll just play, and sometimes you're playing good and you're winning, you want to play. So hopefully we can continue to find ways to win.
What's Baxendale's status?
I don't know yet. It took him to get an X-ray, so I don't. I would guess that it's probably a deep bruise or just a bruise, but who knows? You never know. It was a back swing, came around and caught him on the forearm, and I think he thought he was better than he was until he swung. I think it hurt him a little bit.
Is Alex, do you feel comfortable with Alex if you have to use him at all? Or do you
Gosser?
think,
Yeah, I would. As a matter of fact, he's a pretty good catcher. We were planning on redshirting him unless somebody got hurt. And, he was a little nervous. So I went in there and talked to him about playing, and I think I caught him off guard. So we just pulled our DH and put him in there, and we'll discuss it and see how it's going. If Blake has a problem, then we'll just make a move.
About McAfee, will he do
Yeah, well, he was good to go until last night. And he did some workout, did a little working out yesterday. He's been continuing to go. He did some sprint work, and then last night it locked up on him again. So we're keeping him here, and he's going to have an MRI tomorrow. As of right now, I'm not going to put him on the 27-man roster at Mississippi State. Was planning on playing him the first game today until last night.
I think Spoon had 4, maybe 5 hits today. Just what do you think about him?
That's good. I mean, he needed it for his confidence. We need to get Brian and him rolling. I mean, we won a couple games this weekend, and there wasn't a lot of offense, and we're going to need offense at Mississippi State. They're a good team, tough place to play. you know, they're drawing big crowds again after the great year they had last year, and it'll be a fun atmosphere.
You keeping the same rotation this weekend?
Yeah,
or
we
still-
are. We're going to keep the same line.
Anderson had a pretty big hit there. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, the new padding exploded that ball back about 30 yards, it looked like to me. So you got to learn how to play it. You know, we've been finding out past balls at this back here that balls are jumping, but it looks good and it plays good. He hammered that ball. In the first inning, he hit the double over the center fielder's head, double or triple, whatever it was. And then that ball there, you know, I thought it was going to get out of the park, hit the top of the fence. And you got to give him credit. He hammered that ball in his mind. He probably thought, hey, that ball's going to get out of here. But he ran hard right out of the box, or that's triple. It turned into a home run. So either way, he got his home run. So I was happy to see that and see him hustle. And, you know, he hit some balls hard. He also lined out to right, and I think he lined out to somewhere else. So he had a good night.
Tomorrow, going to North Little Rock, what's the experience getting down there again?
Well, it'll be a fun experience. I feel like that the team kind of likes going down there and playing a game. Fans are always, you know, just seem to be excited, and the place is sold out. And I think the weather's going to be okay, maybe a little warmer than it was tonight. So, and it worked out because it's on the way to Mississippi State. So, it's, you know, it's spring break. We get to get up, do what we do, get out of town, go play, spend the night, and then travel to Mississippi State. So, keeping these guys busy, and you know, that's a good thing.
I know you've got a game tomorrow night, but do you think KJ is looking forward to going back to Mississippi State?
I'm sure he is. You know, hopefully he'll stay calm. I think, you know, he got himself a little too wound up for the first series at Florida, and it didn't go well for him. Just SEC, and he's always wanted to play in it. He grew up in SEC country down there in Mississippi, and started out as a football player at Mississippi State. And you know, he still keeps in touch with some guys down that way, but most of the guys on the team now, you know, are guys that have come after he was there. So, but I'm sure he's very excited to get back down there and see some friends and relatives.